This is a battle with swords, not some fistfight. As long as one of us is still breathing, then this fight's not over.
Hey everyone, this is Armored, and I am back with another small update. And as you all know, two new infantry heroes are being released by IGG, or the developers of this game, and both are infantry based heroes, and they will be available during the next Top Commander event. And the first hero I have already shared with you guys. She is Stella, the Brilliant Star. She's a superstar because she looks like Rihanna, and probably she will start singing during the battlefield when she is doing her siege. So basically, Stella is going to make Rihanna, or Stella, I think was her name. She's going to be more likely a counter to Garrison of Chasey, and she also has a super weapon as well. So let's see how she does against Chasey, because she looks good for battlefield squad, like field battles as well. But we now come up to the second hero, which is Bodala, and he's also an infantry squad hero, and mostly he's skill based. It looks like he's a skill based hero, right? So first of all, just his lookout, he looks like a monk probably, or he looks like that the game that is released, Wukong, I think. So probably they are inspired from that Monkey King, right? So let's just go and check out his skills. And just my opinion on this hero before I go into his details. He looks more like a pair to Riven in the battlefield. So he can make Riven viable in the battlefield, or he looks a great pair for Marco and Eri as well. So he has a multiple option, like he can even be used with Raigoro as well. But since if we come over to his first skill, right? So it gives you a shield for 3 seconds, and this shield gives you a shield factor of 10,800. While if we compare it with the Raigoro gives you a shield factor of 9,600 only. So the difference is that when his shield vanishes, he deals the remaining 50% shield value as damage to up to right two nearby enemies. So if he is paired with someone like Riven, and Riven is not being targeted in the battlefield, and her shield is not being destroyed, so this shield will be dealing damage. So if 10,800 and Riven skill number 4 are looked at together, let me show you guys the skill of Riven, which I am talking about. Right, so if we go to heroes and Riven, right, so you get a shield bonus of 30%, and your counter damage is also increased while the shield is active. So let's check this skill out with that. So 10,800, and it's 30% is going to be around 3,000 something, whatever. So a huge amount of increase in the shield. So it will be around probably around 14,000 something, this shield factor, right? And then the damage will be distributed to the enemies that are nearby. So this is a great skill. It can be used with a host of heroes, but I think Raven is probably the best hero that comes to my mind whenever a shield is discussed. Obviously, you can use it with Bianca as well. You can use it with Marco Eneri, Freddy, Eddie. So these are some of the heroes with shield. Even Regoro is having a great big shield. So the next skill, the second skill. Now this skill increases its defense and HP of the infantry squad, right? So in addition to Riven's first skill, so this is a great opportunity, right? So infantry squad HP 30%, and then defense by 15%. Now let's look back at this hero. So Riven is increasing defense by 15%, while he increases it by 32%. And while he increases the squad HP by 11%, Riven is increasing it by 30%. So this is a great hero pair, I think, possible. And if we go to the next skill, counter attacks have removed the rage from the enemy, and they additionally have a chance to deal additional damage to the enemy. Now again, the first portion, the counter attacks remove rage from the enemy. So whatever or whenever you are attacked, it will always remove the rage from the enemy. It is not attached or it is not linked with the, like, no ifs and buts are involved. 100% you will be removing this amount of rage that is being mentioned here, right? So this is basically a counter attack or additional damage that you will be dealing to the enemy. So this is again a great skill to have. Now the fourth skill, it basically directly increases your squad attack by 11%, and whenever your shield is active, you will be taking less amount of damage by 6.5% at the maximum. And last is his awakened skill. So this one grants you a shield for 3 seconds, and this is basically increasing the shield factor, right? So 12,500. So before awakening it is around 10,800, and when awakened it is 12,500. And furthermore, you are dealing your shield value to two enemies when it is not awakened, and when you get it awakened, then you will be dealing damage to three nearby enemies, right? So again, another great skill to have. And if you consider that your shield is not broken, right, and the 30%, if we add it up, so it is around 16,500 at the minimum. So 16,500, and if we divide it, so that would be around 8,000 something. So you will be dealing 8,000 damage to three nearby enemies, right? So this is a great amount of damage, because if the shield is not broken or someone is not targeting this hero, someone is not targeting this bald man, so this bald man will deal a huge amount of damage. So basically it looks like he's a tank, and he will be mostly used as a secondary because he does not offer you the speed. And then again, he's not good for garrison because this skill basically is not offering the things that are supposed to be offered during the garrison. But one thing is for sure, I think people are going to try him in the garrison with riven. So he will be leading, and riven be riven is going to be number two. So this is just my opinion. I think it is a possibility. It seems that this hero is an upgrade on raigoro, a brilliant hero all around, and it looks like that a lot of people are going to try him in garrison, most probably. This is just my assumption, and the second assumption or think or the thought that is coming to my mind is that this hero will be extensively used in the battlefield with someone like riven if it is being fought near alliance territory. Because if the battle is going to be fought afar, like in Archipelago Raid, you're going for zombie hunting or chainsaw hunting, then this hero is not really great. Because then he will need some fast moving hero like Marco Eneri, like Bianca, or some other heroes like that. So let's see how this hero turns out, or how he performs in the battlefield. A lot of options are there because he looks like he's an upgrade on Raigoro, and it may be possible that he will be used in the garrison as well. So a lot of options, like I said earlier, and let's see how he performs in the game as well. So thank you for watching, guys. And what are your thoughts in this new bald man? So hopefully this bald man will perform great in the upcoming meta. But it looks like he already needs oxygen, right? So probably he needs someone to carry him in the battlefield. And let's see who will be carrying him in the battlefield. Thank you for watching, guys.